Alrighty, I have a little selection of work from home jobs for you today. I have a couple no experience needed jobs and a night shift work from home job. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into them. So the first job I want to share is with Radiology Partners, a huge radiology company. They have an opening for an IR office coordinator to work full-time remotely anywhere within the United States. And as I scroll down this job lead, I want to show you how much they pay because they tell us way down here, they tell us right here on this job description, they're going to pay you $18 to $19 per hour. So you'll be responsible for facilitating referrals, obtaining insurance authorizations, and organizing communication for interventional outpatient procedures in an efficient and timely manner. You'll communicate with the referring physicians, hospital personnel, and patients for interventional radiology. So in other words, you'll assist in IR operations, and IR stands for Interventional Radiology. Okay, so wait a minute. Before we get too far into this, you may have noticed this line where they tell us they want you to have a working knowledge of IR procedures and medical terminology. So when we go through the qualifications, they don't say you need to have that related work experience. So my thinking here is learn some IR procedures, learn some medical terminology, and on your resume, make sure to highlight that knowledge. And if you don't have that knowledge yet, I have a link to a really good free resource in the description area where you can learn some medical terminology. So moving on, you'll interact with patients, hospital and physician office staff during coordination of authorization and scheduling process, coordinate requests for outpatient interventional procedures and follow-up visits and tests ordered by referring and MBB physicians in a prompt, pleasant, and helpful manner. You also obtain appropriate prior authorizations for procedures from insurance companies when necessary, distribute consultation reports to appropriate parties, ensuring they contain required key elements, organize patient records accurately and keep them up to date, and act as an IR scheduling backup when another coworker is off for whatever reason. And what they want from you is to be able to utilize good judgment and develop positive working relationships with referring physicians and hospital staff. And then you need all the typical skills you need for just about every job. You're a good communicator, you have good phone etiquette, you can handle issues with utmost confidentiality and discretion, you're really comfortable using a computer, you have good attendance, you have a positive cooperative attitude, and you work well with others. So that's it for this job. Let's move on to the next. And that one comes to us from Webstaurant Store. They're an online distributor of restaurant supplies and equipment. They have an opening for a reverse logistics dropship coordinator to work remotely full-time in what looks to be about 38 states within the United States. So that's the only drawback of this position. They're only hiring in 38 states. So take a look at your screen. Hopefully your state is listed. And right up here at the top of this job description, they tell us they're going to pay you $25 per hour. So you're not going to be tied to the phone all day in this position. You're going to be doing phone work as well as email communication. I'll get into the details on all that in just a minute. So basically, you'll process and resolve DS products returned to the distribution centers or vendors' facilities through the returns portal. You'll investigate and retrieve outstanding credit memos from vendors and work closely with the DS specialists and relevant teams to ensure accurate crediting while maintaining ideal processing timeframes. So what all that means is you'll maintain DS returns queues while successfully achieving ideal resolution timeframes, communicate with vendors to retrieve outstanding credit memos, and investigate returns and credit memos to ensure accurate accounting and crediting. You'll contact customers via email to resolve DS returns when necessary. So there you go. You're not going to be tied to the phone all day long in this position. It's also an email-based job. You'll also process customer credits in a timely manner, independently make decisions on customer return resolution, and identify opportunities to increase efficiency, productivity, and improve the customer experience. You'll collaborate with all relevant teams to ensure resolution accuracy and customer satisfaction, and serve as an expert point of contact for dropship returns and stay up to date with tools, systems, and process changes. So to qualify for this job, they tell us it's helpful but not required. It's helpful you have past industry experience and you're computer literate. This role does not require a degree. They value relevant skills and experience in alignment with the core values above all else. And then you need all the typical soft skills you need for just about every job. You're a good communicator, you're comfortable using computers, you can adapt quickly in different environments, and you're a team player. So that's it for this one. Let's go into the night shift work from home job. And that one comes to us from Slick Deals. So what we're going to do is go to their careers page, click on join our team. because I want to show you the night shift job, and I also have a day shift job that is identical to the night shift except for the shift. So the job is for a deal editor, but don't worry, this is not editing in the traditional sense. What you're going to do is find deals regarding products that people within the Slick Deals community are talking about. You're going to reword the deals and make sure that information shows up on the first page of the website. And because a lot of you were looking for night shift work from home jobs, that's one I'm going to share. But if you want a day shift job just like the one I'm going to talk about, go ahead and check out the day shift opportunity. So this is a night shift remote position anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions. In fact, they tell us right here the location is remote anywhere in the United States. They're going to pay you $20 an hour. They tell us that right here on this job description. And your schedule will be Thursday through Monday. You'll be off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thursday, your hours will be 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Pacific time. And then Friday through Monday, your hours will be 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Pacific time. And because it's remote anywhere within the United States, you don't have to live in the Pacific time zone. Just translate your local hours to these hours. So this is a contract position with TCW in partnership with Slick Deals. You'll help identify and write good deal detail content and merchandise on top traffic pages of slickdeals.net to help shoppers discover great deals. And they tell us the ideal deal editor is someone who is passionate about deals, loves to learn, knows and is curious about different products and categories, you're detail-oriented, and you have the ability to work on your own in a fast-paced environment. So what you're going to do in this job is keep an eye on the popular deals section of the company's website and use internal tools to consider deals for the front page. You'll assess the deals by comparing pricing with other stores on the web, as well as recent and past deals on Slick Deals. Rewrite the deal content for the front page and post deals on the forums while using basic forum editing interface tools. So for this job, you must have access to a computer with a mouse and headset, you have a love for online shopping, you understand consumer behavior, and you know how to achieve the deal price. You have an awareness for social commerce, popular trends, products, and brands. You're able to articulate to the community in the Slick Deals voice what the deal is and what its attributes are. You're extremely reliable and responsive. You're an excellent communicator. You're able to work independently in a fast-paced environment, often juggling multiple assignments at one time. You have the proven ability to meet productivity and quality standards, and you're able to work graveyard shift, which will include holidays and weekends. And they list some preferred qualifications. They're just preferred. They're not required. Read through them. If you meet these preferences, you'll definitely stand out. Well, that's it for this night shift work from home job. In fact, we just went over a nice little selection of jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you. And if you're looking for more easy work from home jobs, check out this video right here. Good luck to all of you who apply. And as always, thank you so much for visiting. And I'll meet you on the next job lead.